Welcome to week 5. I wanted to go over with you the content for week 5, which has your exam 1 prep. I want to go over and let you know exactly what I'll be expecting from your first exam. Exam 1 will be on Friday, March 1st. The exam will be open from 12:01 a.m. to 11:59 p.m. on Friday, March 1st. Once you enter the exam, you will have 2 hours in which to take the exam. Once you enter it, you can't leave for any reason and you can't go back into the exam. So you need to be prepared for the exam before you go into the exam. If you go to the content page down to week 5, you'll see the exam 1 prep. Let me go over with you exactly what you will see there and what will be expected. You have 4 parts to the exam. And the good thing about this exam is that I give you all the answers. You just don't know how I'm going to ask the questions. But if you study, and you study very well for this exam, you will do well. Part 1 is 10 events that happen in U.S. history during the time frame that we are studying currently. And what you will do when you enter the exam is that those 10 events will be listed. You will number them from 1 to 10, the earliest to the most recent. You will not have to memorize any dates, but when you're putting these in order, you'll have to look up the dates and you'll have to be sure that these are in the correct order. So again, you'll enter the exam and you will go from 1 to 10. The instructions for part 2, I give you about 35 terms, and you will need to know each of those terms very well. I will only put 10 on the exam. I will give you the definition and you will have to provide the term. So make sure that when you are studying these terms that you go to your interactive lecture, because most of these terms are on the interactive lecture and I've defined them for you. You will have to remember them and you will have to make sure that you are able to identify which term goes with which definition. Only 10, like I said, are on the exam. These first 2 parts of the exam are worth 20 points only. When you go into the exam, you will have to do the first question first, and then when you finish that question, you get to go on to the second question. You cannot go back to the first question. So once you've answered a question, you move on to the next question. This is a 2-hour time limit. So if you don't study these and you think that you can wait until the exam and go in and look them up as you're going, it will take most of your 2 hours, and you don't want to do that because the next 2 parts of the exams are the main focus of your points. They're worth 35 points each. It's 2 essays. The first essay is a prepared essay. I've given you the exam prep and the exact question as it will appear on the exam on Friday. So you have a whole week to prepare this essay and to do it well. And I will be looking for well-written essays since I've given you so much time. But if you look here, you will see the verbiage to the essay, exactly how it's going to be asked on the exam. Make sure you have an opening paragraph and a concluding paragraph, and that opening paragraph must have a thesis statement. You'll have, there's 3 questions here, there's 4 questions here, so you'll have 4 paragraphs in the body of your essay. Now, the second essay, which is part 4 of this exam, I will take 5 terms from the above list and they will be on your exam. You won't know what terms they are until you get into the exam, but what you will have to do with those 5 terms is that you will have to write an academic essay linking the 5 terms. Your opening paragraph with your thesis statement must show the link, and you cannot use the link as history. And I say that every semester, and students constantly say it's linked somehow through history. That's not what I'm looking for. So you need to study. When you're studying these, I need you to look for possible links. You don't know what 5 they're going to be, and none of you will have the same 5 terms. None of the tests will be the same. I have several different clumps of 5 terms, so don't count on being able to share with a friend in the class what those 5 terms are before you take it, because you don't know what 5 terms you're going to get. So I am looking for an academic essay based on the 5 terms. If you study these well, you will see the links automatically, and when you get into the class, you'll be able to take the exam and write a good essay linking those 5 terms. So that essay will have to be a thesis statement. You have 5 terms, so you will be doing 5 paragraphs, and each paragraph must have a transitional sentence that leads from one term to the next. And then you will have a concluding paragraph. Again, once you get into the exam, you only have 2 hours, so you see how pivotal it is that you make sure that those first 2 sections you've already studied before you get into the class or into the exam, because these last 2, 70% of your grade will take a good portion of your time. I have no problem answering any questions that you might have on this exam. Don't hesitate to call me, email me, however you want to get in contact with me. But let me know what questions you have. Let me know if you have any issues with any of the terms. And you can contact me by phone. Look on my information, my cell phone. I also give you an email. Make sure you email and ask any questions. Good luck on the exam, and again, start studying now. That's why I give it to you about 10 days out. Have a great week.